All right, everybody, how's it going? We are finally here. We are at the end of the regular season and officially at the start of the fun season, the playoffs. It's officially the end of the season. The regular season's over. It was a pretty fun regular season. We went 13-3 again, just like week 16. So we had a very good end to the season, going 26-6 the last 2 weeks. We went 13-3 last week. 164, 91, and 1 overall was our pick record, so not a bad year. Much better than last year. We'll go over that at the end of the video. But here we are. We're at the start of the video. We're at Wildcard Weekend. We got 4 games, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So this will probably be a lot quicker of a video than we typically make here on the channel. So anyway, let's jump right into the video here. We got Wildcard Weekend Pick'em. We'll go over the seeding, of course, so everybody is up to date with what teams are where and who's playing what. Of course, we have some my opinions and my stats, my thoughts on the teams that made it. In the AFC, we have at the 6th seed the Tennessee Titans. Didn't think we'd see them here at the start of the year. Nobody really did, but here they are. The Titans are in the playoffs. They are the 6th seed. Congratulations, Tennessee. At the 5 seed is the Buffalo Bills. Little Buffalo made it. Cool. At the start of the year, I kind of thought they might be a dark horse team to make the playoffs, and they did. They got in. Kind of shocking, but congratulations, Buffalo. Houston Texans, boo. Congratulations for getting in. New England Patriots, GOAT team. Hopefully, the loss to Miami doesn't really mean much in the grander scheme of things in terms of the playoffs. We can handle winning in Kansas City. We did it last year in the AFC title game. So if we were to beat the Tennessee Titans in round 1, then I'm not too worried about going and playing the number 2 seed, the Kansas City Chiefs. Bigger boo, boo. And then the Baltimore Ravens at number 1, boo. Now for the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings at 10-6 are the 6th seed. Hilarious. LOL. Seattle Seahawks at 11-5 are the 5 seed. And the Philadelphia Eagles at 9-7 are the 4 seed. Those 2 teams underneath them are so goddamn pissed, especially if you're the Seattle Seahawks. You have to go play a game in Philadelphia because of the fact that they won their division, even though they have a worse record. I love the way that this works out sometimes. Congratulations to all 3 teams, though. And then number 3 is the New Orleans Saints. I have no real opinion on the Saints. Green Bay Packers, boo, will be the number 2 seed. I don't really like the Packers. And the San Francisco 49ers, who's seen this coming? Me, I did. I said they might be really good this year. I didn't expect them to be the number 1 seed, but I expected them to be really, really good, whereas a lot of people didn't for some reason. So the bye teams are the 49ers, Packers, Ravens, and Chiefs. Those 4 teams will not be playing this weekend. So that leaves the Saints, Eagles, Seahawks, Vikings, Patriots, Texans, Bills, and Titans. Very fun. Let's see what happens for Saturday games and get started on the actual picks. At 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Buffalo Bills travel to Houston to play the Houston Texans, obviously. Both teams went 10-6 in the regular season. Buffalo did this on a very, very strong defense. I believe it was the 3rd ranked total defense in the NFL this year. Houston did not do it through a strong defense. They did it through a very, very potent offense. I believe it ranked in the top 5, maybe top 10. I'm kind of blanking. I know I looked it up right before I made this video. But the line is Texans are favored by 3 with an over/under of 42. So take that into consideration. And I have to go with the Houston Texans in this game. I go with them simply because I know they've been in the playoffs before, so this isn't nothing new to this current set of Houston Texans. I'm pretty sure, they were in there last year, so this isn't a new rodeo for Deshaun where it's going to be brand new for Josh Allen. So there's some experience points that go to the Houston Texans compared to the Bills. And that's really one of the biggest factors is I don't know how this offense for the Bills is going to respond being in this big of a game, being in this big of a situation. I see a lot of mistakes happening from Josh Allen and company. I see them possibly turning the ball over, throwing the ball wildly. Josh Allen, if he doesn't play better than he has against good teams, with like a hilarious completion percentage going like 11 for 30 to start games, we're not going to see Buffalo really contend in this game. Their defense will keep them in it. I think this is going to be a very, very, very low scoring game, but I think the inexperience of the Bills in this kind of stage is going to be very, very detrimental to them potentially winning this football game. They're going to cause problems on defense. That's who the Bills are. That's what they're going to do. They're going to keep their they're going to keep the Bills in this game, but I think in the long run, I think Houston is going to be able to win this game. You trust Deshaun more than you trust Josh Allen. You trust this offense more than the Bills offense. So say this gets into some kind of a shootout, I would trust the Texans to 100% win this game because I just don't think the Bills could keep up. We've also seen Houston win a lot of close games this year, like the 21-14 game against the Titans when it really mattered. They beat the Chiefs. So we've seen Houston step up and play big against big opponents in big stages. And that's another reason why I like the Texans to beat them. And it's nothing against the Bills. I've been very pro Bills this season, but the issue I have right now is who's going to win the turnover battle? Probably Houston. Who has more experience? Houston. Who's the home team? Houston. All signs are kind of pointing it to being Houston's game to lose. And when that's the situation, you got to go with the home team. I'm going Houston, 20-13 in the first game of the Wild Card Weekend, which means Houston would advance and play the Baltimore Ravens. Unless the unthinkable happens at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when the Tennessee Titans travel up to Foxborough to play the New England Patriots. The Titans went 9-7 this season. The Patriots went 12-4. The Patriots are fresh off a loss to the Dolphins, which is very embarrassing. But the Patriots nonetheless are favored by 5 with an over-under of 43.5. The experience factor goes without saying. It goes to the Patriots. Home field advantage, very big for the Patriots. This is about the only chance they have at home field if they have to play the Ravens or the Chiefs going forward. The Patriots have a better defense than the Titans by quite a bit. But then the offense becomes a problem because the Titans have had a better offense than the Patriots in the past 7 or 8 weeks here than the Patriots have had all year. Now, are the Patriots about to turn back into what they were last postseason and become a running first team that really just rushes the ball down your throat, makes it impossible for you to do anything, grinds out long drives by running? Are they going to be capable of doing that? That remains to be seen, and I'm wondering what the playoffs will bring out of this Patriots offense, as it always seems to evolve them into a different stage. If we remember last year, the Patriots seemed dead and despondent heading into the playoffs in terms of their offense. They went 11-5 last year with that offense, but it exploded all over the place and kept up with the Chiefs, blew out the Chargers, and then there was no offense in the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. And also the Patriots can beat Ryan Tannehill. They know how to beat him. They know his tendencies because he played for the Dolphins. So I do like the Patriots to win 23-14. But there is that thing in the back of my head where I'm like, the Titans, the last time we played this team, they beat the hell right out of the New England Patriots with Marcus Mariota. So I'm wondering if that will be a problem. My biggest concern with the Titans is I just don't trust Ryan Tannehill in the playoffs. I know that's a cliche thing to do. I know it seems he's a new quarterback with the Tennessee Titans, but I still remember he's just not. I just don't feel the clutch factor coming from Ryan. And it seems like in the two biggest games of the year against the Saints and against the Texans, the first game, the team became small and weren't able to rise to the occasion and win those games when they really needed to. And that cost them the division, and I'm wondering if that's really who the Titans are. Sure, they were able to blow up teams like the Jaguars, the Raiders, the Colts, but when it really came down to it, they struggled to beat two playoff teams, and they couldn't beat them. So I'm wondering what the Titans really are, and I think those two games are going to be those are like indicative of what they truly are. And that's why I like the Patriots to win this 23-14. I think Tennessee comes up short in this game. So, again, give me the Patriots 23-14. Tennessee comes up short. They don't rise to the occasion in New England, which sets up the Patriots versus the Chiefs in Kansas City and the Texans versus the Ravens in Baltimore. So those will be the AFC sides of the playoffs. Now we will jump over to the NFC, which will take place on Sunday evening, or Sunday afternoon, rather. This is about the simplest game for me in terms of a decision. This game will start at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll feature the New Orleans Saints hosting the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings went 10-6 and are the 6th seed, and the Saints are the 3 seed, and they finished 13-3. The Saints are favored by 8 points with an over-under of 47. I have them winning 38-28, with most of the Vikings points coming in garbage time. And this comes down to one key factor. Kirk Cousins, prime time, biggest game of the year, biggest moment of his career, biggest game of the career. It's all of those demons you know about Kirk Cousins, like 0-9 on Monday Night Football, 400 against teams with a winning record in big time games and big prime time moments. The whole world's going to be watching this game, and typically we know what happens to Kirk Cousins in these kind of games. He becomes second Cousins, or he becomes Kurt Cousins, his infamous evil twin who can't play against a good football team if his life depended on it. Yeah, the Vikings have a good defense somewhat. They have a good offense, but I don't think it really matters when your quarterback is going to just disappear. You might as well run the backup, because you honestly have a better shot at winning if you don't have Kurt on the field. And I'm calling him Kurt now because he's reverted back to being Cousins. So, or to being Kurt. So, I don't know. And the Saints are a really, really complete football team. Very good defense that can take the ball away. They can run it. They can pass it. Breeze and Thomas are playing out of their minds. Breeze is pretty well rested due to that 6 games off he took in the regular season there. So, he's coming in very sort of fresh compared to others. This game's going to be in New Orleans. There's going to be some revenge aspects for the Minnesota Miracle the last time these two teams met in the playoffs. It's just I don't like picking I don't like picking Cousins in games like this, so I'm not picking him. Give me the Saints 38, Vikings 28. This seems like a mismatch. And speaking of mismatches, the NFC playoff game. As much as I like the Philadelphia Eagles and I picked them to go to the Super Bowl for the NFC, I don't think that's going to happen, because at 4:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Philadelphia Eagles will be hosting the Seattle Seahawks. The Eagles won the division despite a 9-7 record, and the Seattle Seahawks finished second with an 11-5 record. That sucks too. So the Seahawks are 1.5 point favorites with an over-under of 46. And yeah, I like the Seahawks to win this game. They can play teams like the 49ers close, and most people would have agreed that if it was the 49ers versus the Eagles would get blown out and destroyed. And just based off that simple logic, I see the Seahawks winning this game. They also beat them earlier this year, though the logic tended to dictate that if you win in the regular season, you will beat them in the playoffs. So I don't really know how that works out. Right now with the Eagles, there are too many injuries to too many key positions, to too many big players. It almost seems like there's a mountain of things to overcome. So this game, if the Eagles were to win, it would be a monumental upset in my opinion. Just based on the fact that sure, there's some injuries to Seattle, but they still have Russell Wilson. They still have most of their defense, or at least some key parts of it. As long as, like Diggs comes back and blah, blah, blah. But like the Eagles are running a practice squad team, and they should not be able to contend against a team like the Seattle Seahawks, who are able to go toe-to-toe and even beat teams like the 49ers. So I don't know. This game feels like if this was the Cowboys even, I would have not much to say here. But Seattle's going to win this game. I know Philadelphia is hosting this game, and I know it's going to be tough to play in Philly. And I know Eagles fans are not going to be happy about this. But it's like, you guys do realize this is a gigantic mismatch. Either one of the two teams you could have possibly played was a gigantic mismatch, and nobody other than you guys are probably going to be picking like you guys to win, especially with the way Seattle almost beat the 49ers last night. And if there wasn't some questionable officiating again, they might have actually pulled it off. So I don't know, you guys. It's to me on the surface, it's not going to be close. That's why I got the Seahawks winning 24-20. So let's go over the picks again real quick. We got the Texans over the Bills, Patriots over the Titans, and then we have the Saints over the Vikings and the Seahawks over the Eagles. Here's my extended pick'em record. So those are our picks for Wildcard Weekend. I hope you like them. Here is the overall pick'em record for 2019. We went 164, 91, and 1 for 64%. 164 out of 256. Very good season. Last year I went 152, 98, and 2, missing 4 Thursday night football games because I used to make my videos on Friday to put them out before I switched them to Tuesdays. So I improved by 12 games last year. Very dramatic win improvement. Yeah, very good. Very good. It was a good year. So I'm happy to improve year to year. It was a good year of Pick'em. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for joining the channel. Thank you guys for leaving comments, liking the video, sharing it, doing whatever you've done with it. I really appreciate it because it helps. It's grown the channel tremendously. As the year's coming to an end, we're going to be almost near 3,500 subscribers. Very cool. We'll probably hit that. I thought I was going to end the year at around 2,000, but guys like Sadwords were like, nah, man, you'll hit 3,000. So we hit 3,000. What a hell of a year. We started the year with just over 1,000, like 1,008. So a good 2,000 plus increase. Lots of views. Yeah, thank you guys. It was a fun year. So leave your comments down below with your picks. Leave your picks. Leave your thoughts of the video down below. I'll be sure to comment back to you. I have nothing but time the next few days to comment back. So leave them hard. Leave them heavy. And yeah, what else? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Have a happy new year. All that fun stuff. And yeah, go Patriots. It's that time of year. Go Patriots, go Patriots, go Patriots. Yeah, under 20-minute picks video. I can't believe it. Yeah, but yeah, that's the end of the video. So I don't really know what else to do. Again, I have the Texans, Patriots, Saints, and Seahawks winning in the first round of the playoffs. So there's my picks. I hope you guys enjoy them. Let me know what you think down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And thank you guys again for a fun year here on the tube. Here's to 2020. Hopefully it's just as good. Thank you. Have a good one. And go Patriots.